something that I was talking in the Latam version was that I realized like Batman Returns takes place during Christmas time. Like that opening scene is the clowns coming like John mentioned earlier before we started recording. The there are people
Clowns on the motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
keep,
and then goes to
They jump out of the present.
They're gonna light up the Christmas tree, and instead he kicks the girl off the top, and she dies.
Yeah.
Like, is that part of the show? Is that lighting on the tree?
Dude,
The woman just fell to her death.
I forgot that Batman burns the devil with the Batmobile turbo engine. I'm like, oh my god,
dude!
He blows a guy up with TNT too.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Michael Keaton
again, McDonald's made toys for that movie.
I love it.
So I'm gonna show you this scene right now that I keep forgetting happened. I'm like, this. That movie came out in 92, 91. I'm like, what the hell is this movie? Because I didn't know what was happening. I was thinking like, what?
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
But a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
I know people don't like that movie. I mean, it's not the best. The story is very lacking, but it's my favorite Batman movie.
I love Batman Returns.
That is my favorite Batman movie ever. Like
the aesthetic, the music, the gothic tones.
Danny Elfman, great soundtrack.
Of my favorite Batman movies.
Yeah, it is. Who said that, Renee or Sarah?
Mine personally.
Tim Burton.
I'm just surprised it's your favorite ever.
It is.
Well, not every favorite movie ever.
Well, that's what Renee.
No, it's my favorite Batman movie ever, but not my favorite movie ever.
That's surprising. I would have said The Batman for you. The scene where Michael Keaton goes, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Dude, so even as a kid, I'm like, I felt weird. I'm like, the costume felt weird, the Batman felt weird, but this one, I'm like, I think I got him right. This is the one because I started drawing that Batman. Like I started practicing with the little I got the cover and I started seeing how they did it. That's how I learned how to draw my Batman. I just love the toys too, the Batman toys in the movie. Like when Penguin takes over the Batmobile, I'm gonna drive this thing like a fuck. I'm gonna play this thing like a far from hell. And then he uses this
Heart from Hell. It's little Danny DeVito and his little. Oh man, I watched that all day.
Later, when he scratches the freaking CD like it's a record.
or also, when Batman's doing his little.
It's like, I don't know if it works like that.
Yeah, you're like, dude, you're gonna smudge that CD. I think that one really scored really well. That Batman Returns with making you feel really bad for Penguin.
Yes.
Just like when the penguins shuffle him into the water.
That made I teared up. That made me tear up. I was watching a making of documentary of that movie, and in the original script, him and Shrek were supposed to be brothers, but they kept Shrek because he was more normal.
Right.
But they're like, no, there's too many.
That would have explained a lot of the animosity towards him.
Yeah.
Shrek otherwise didn't do anything to him.
And a lot of the general inclusion of the character.
Right, exactly. I remember the first time watching after I was like, oh my god, his last name's Shrek. That's hilarious. Like, my Gotham! Get out of my Gotham!
Anything else? Any? What about traditions? What traditions do you guys do usually for Christmas time, or when you were kids? We were kids that you miss or wish you could or are still doing.
All right, I got a weird one.
All right.
That just kind of like turned into a tradition. It's not like this thing but I remember it fondly. It was a good time, right? Like, it's like the 23rd of every December. We would always most of the stores would have their late night hours, you know what I mean, or 24-hour hours or whatever. So it'd be the night of the 23rd or midnight or something. We'd all pile in the minivan, and it'd be plenty of us, and we'd just go out and do our last minute shopping, you know what I mean, before Christmas or whatever, and just be out for all night, you know what I mean, And I just remember, going around the 24-hour Walmarts, hiding our items in our cart with our coats, you know what I mean, from each other, because we're buying stuff for each other and stuff, you know what I mean. But and then just shopping into the wee morning, you know what I mean, getting back midday, Christmas Eve, you know what I mean, and then doing your wrapping and just the whole bewilderment of the holidays. That's this kind of crazily busy time, but at the same time, it's I don't know, I still remember it fondly though.
Anyone else? I'll go. So one of them growing up was we would go do posadas. We call them posadas. It's pretty religious, more on the religious side of things. But it was we would go out. You would go asking for shelter. You were a group of people representing
yeah.
Virgin Mary and Joseph, and you go singing, asking for. You go to a certain house until you finally get in. And just the singing along was kind of heartwarming, and it was mostly with friends, and you got to meet. What I liked about it is that I made friends through that time. Oh yes, I'm so and so with my friends. Usually with food because I'm a foodie. Mexican food, and the little hot chocolate. Just once we were done, like you would come in, drink it hot chocolate with Mexican bread. I miss those. We don't do them.
Awesome.
I stopped doing them just because I'm like, I don't know what happened. Like I think I got too cynical. I'm like, eh. But I do miss doing it. I wish we could. If we could have done it this year, I wish we could have done it. But it's 2020, so no. But that's what I do miss that. Like
Back when I was younger, we used to have family over on Christmas Day. We would do our immediate family would have a Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and then we stay up late, midnight, open our presents, and then Christmas Day, our family would come over. I remember like my grandmother like hurrying to make tamales on Christmas Eve just to make enough for the whole family the next day. And I would sneak a couple tamales here and there. I miss those days for sure. I miss having the cousins over, having extended family over for the holidays. Now it's just everybody's busy, but I think that's just what it is. It's just life, you know?
Yeah.
John, Kenny, Sarah.
I'm big on setting up the tree. That's like I've been wanting to get like a real tree for a while, but I'm still partial to my fake ones, and I make a whole thing of it because like once I get like the tree set up, with like all the lights and all the fixtures, I don't even turn on the lights in the living room anymore. It's just a tree, like it'll probably take me until like February or March to take it down, but and as a kid, like I'd set up, I used to have like that old Lego train with the built-in 5-volt track, and I would set up my own little train around it and everything, and that was just so I was always like, can I when are we gonna set up the tree? They're like, oh, soon. I was like, can I just do it? And I just kind of got into a habit of just like that would be the thing I would do, like put the ornaments on and stuff. So
there is something. Kenny, I saw you show us your tree. Can you show us your tree again?
Yeah, we
that's
set it
looking
up
good.
yesterday.
Nice.
That is nice.
My Taylor Swift ornament right there.
You're such a Taylor Swift fan. I forgot about that.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't
I love nerding out the tree. Like I'll put my action figures, or like if I see like some Disney ornament or something, like it's a total nerd tree from like top to bottom.
This are some of
Star
my
Trek, Doctor Who.
This one's gonna be waiting to go on the tree. It's got
Oh,
the
that is
little poker
awesome.
up there. I got this one. This one hangs. They make. And this one. These are like.
Sounds.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I have an X-Files one that plays the X-Files theme.
X-Files ornament, the Christmas
Hey,
ornament.
Hallmark. Go to Hallmark.
Yeah.
They have so many cool nerd things. Renee, you'd love the little
yeah.
models.
Hallmark's
I mean, this is an ornament, and this is a great to scale.
Yeah, it is.
Little
well
model.
detailed, too.
It looks awesome, and then this lights up when you actually plug it into a little thing. So I have I have a couple of these Star Wars ships that you link together and then
Awesome.
light up. It's pretty cool.
Sarah, what about you?
We light lumineers on Christmas Eve. So we just paper bags with candles in them. And we just line them up in front of our house. And
That's really pretty.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Are you doing it this year or no?
probably, but we're socially distancing from my parents. So it's going to be some weird, we'll light these ones over here and they'll light those ones over there and we'll not get close to each other.
That's good. Celebrating safely. That's good. We should all do that.
Yeah, something we can do outside. So,
all right. Well, any final thoughts? Any final comments anyone wants to make before we back off?
Something that's become like a tradition for me, because it's the show I kind of fell in love with, is the BoJack Horseman show. And they did a Christmas special where BoJack goes back and watches all the horsing around episodes with Todd. And it's just something I'll always put it on and at least watch it once or twice. and so I enjoy like the new sort of like Christmas things, or like now we're in this age where we can create our own sort of traditions that we want to carry forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I always try to like find one thing for each holiday that like I want to do every year.
I like that. That's good. I watched the first season. I didn't. I should go back to that show. That's good. I like it. That's cool. That is cool. I love your freaking background. That's awesome. I should have done that too, but alrighty. Well, again, thank you for watching us. Thank you for joining it. Merry Christmas to everyone. And to all a good night. Frack off.